We are the most connected generation in human history, yet nearly 1 in 3 of us feels completely isolated. Today, you'll discover why your brain processes digital rejection like a physical wound, and how your smartphone acts like social junk food. Stick around to the end because I'm giving you a step-by-step social fitness plan to turn digital shadows into real-world connections. Imagine a world where you can talk to anyone, anywhere, at any time. We live in that world, yet research shows that roughly 1 out of 3 people report feeling a deep sense of disconnection. Meet Bucci. Bucci has 3,000 followers and a phone that pings every 5 minutes. On the outside, his social life looks perfect, but at night, he feels a gnawing sense of isolation. He feels like he can't relate to the people around him. Bucci isn't lazy or a failure, he's caught in a biological trap. Quick question. When you're in a crowded room, do you pull out your phone to avoid feeling awkward? Hold that thought. Most of us treat loneliness as a metaphor, but science says otherwise. In 2002, researchers used fMRI scanners to watch what happens when people are excluded from a simple computer game. They discovered that being left out activates the exact same brain regions as breaking a leg. Your brain doesn't see social pain as a mood. It sees it as a physical wound. In fact, one study even found that Tylenol could reduce the feeling of a broken heart, though you should never try that at home because of its toxicity. Twist. Loneliness is actually a survival signal, just like hunger or thirst. It's your brain's way of saying your social fuel tank is empty. For thousands of years, being alone meant certain death. If you were cast out of the tribe, you couldn't hunt or protect yourself. Today, you don't need a tribe to get dinner, you just need an app. But while our technology evolved in a decade, our genes take tens of thousands of years to change. We still have the brains of hunter-gatherers living in a digital box. This is where your phone becomes dangerous. Social media is like junk food. It's better than starving, but it doesn't provide the nutrients of real-life interaction. Quick recap. 1. Social pain is real physical pain. 2. Loneliness is a survival alarm. 3. Digital likes are empty calories for the soul. When you interact through a screen, you lose eye contact, body language, and facial expressions. You are replacing authentic connection with a highly curated highlight reel of other people's lives. When you see your friends at a party you weren't invited to, your brain pulls the exclusion alarm, and you spiral into defensive behavior, pushing more people away. So why can't we stop? It's called a Skinner box. Tech companies spend millions to ensure that every like or comment gives you a random hit of dopamine. It's intermittent reinforcement. Because the reward is unpredictable, you keep scrolling, hoping the next post will finally make you feel connected. Pause. Do this now. Pick one person you haven't spoken to in a month. Just one. We're going to reach out to them in a minute. To break this cycle, you need a plan. Here is the Better Today, Tomorrow social fitness workflow. 1. The proximity habit. Stop going to bars or clubs if that's not who you are. Instead, go to places you actually enjoy, like a library or a park. You'll meet people with similar software, making connection easier. 2. The outreach ritual. Friendships must be maintained like a muscle. Set a recurring alarm to reach out to one old friend every Tuesday. Most people are waiting for the other person to call first. Be the one who breaks the silence. 3. The digital barrier. Treat your phone as a tool, not a companion. Delete social apps or disable notifications so you aren't one click away from the junk food. This creates a barrier that forces you to make a conscious decision to socialize instead of an impulsive one. Here is a mini example. If you're waiting in line, keep your phone in your pocket for 60 seconds. See if you can actually strike up a conversation like people did 20 years ago. Remember, the goal isn't to have 1,000 digital followers. It's to have the few real-world friends who would actually show up if you needed help moving. Loneliness is a bigger health risk than obesity and is as harmful as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. Taking care of your social bonds is a form of self-care, just as important as exercise or diet. You don't need to be a social superstar. You just need to be a little more intentional than you were yesterday. Better today, tomorrow. If you're ready to trade your digital followers for real-world friends, gently tap the like button and subscribe. Let me know in the comments. Do you think we need close friends, or are acquaintances enough?